G'day everyone, welcome back. It is day 2 of seeding, and yeah, time for me to teach Chris how to operate this bar, and hopefully he can get a full day of seeding on it, so then he can go on to night shift. Maybe tomorrow night, I'll see. Might be a bit early. We might maybe Thursday we'll get him on. Yesterday went well. We had a lot of teething issues, but we're going to get that with a brand new bar. The biggest thing that we need to get sorted out is the liquid. So you can see right here I am. That is the liquid streaming when I have lifted my tines coming out of this run and then going into another run. And the reason it's going is because I must have forgotten to have it on here when we were going, maybe. Well, I mean, it has to be. Obviously, in this tiny little section here, I didn't have it on, so it didn't have coverage for it there. So it was spraying when the tines are up. So the biggest thing I'm concerned about is like the seed doesn't start until you put the tines in the ground, and it's got, off it goes, it knows when to turn it on. The liquid doesn't. So the liquid is controlled by a foot pedal in the cab, and it's up to the driver to remember to turn it on. And well, once you do an outside lap, then it's good. You know, you've got your coverage to go off. But if you forget, or if you get a block and you got to turn around, or just anything, and it's very simple to forget because it's not right there in your face on the page. It doesn't beep at you, nothing like that. Whereas these all beep at you. So yes, we're in a bit of predicament there. I've asked Jake to see if he can get a height sensing switch. So I don't know where you'd put it, probably on a tine, and then as soon as the tine goes down, it senses that it's meant to be on. It will then turn the liquid cart on, and then you can then just have to turn the switch on every morning and you're good to roll. And then when you lift them up, so if you get a block, you're doing a lap around like we did lots yesterday, you just lift your tines up and it turns off. So yeah, I can only hope that Jake doesn't have too much issue finding something like that. But yeah, other than a couple hoses popping off yesterday, and we had a few blocked hoses, the screen did play up a little bit, but yeah, overall very good first day. I think I did about 58 hectares. We can check when we get up there, although I won't be taking the camera with me when I'm teaching Chris. I'll leave that in the ute. Love the blockage monitors. As soon as we got a block in one of the lines, it told us, and the biggest was as soon as a hose popped off back there, so it meant that there's absolutely nothing coming out to the head. It knew instantly, and just bing, flashes red, and you can just go, well, you can just pull straight up, find the problem, and bang, there you go, it's done, which was fantastic. So we're going to get going. I think we've got about 50 hectares until we're out of seed, so I think there's only enough for 100 hectares in there. So I'm hoping I can teach Chris to go, and then I like to get out of the cab as soon as I can. I like to leave the guys to learn on their own. I don't like being in the cab and sitting there watching them. I feel that puts pressure on them. I'm more of the teach them how it's done, and then sit in the paddock in my ute, and then that way they can ask me questions, and I'm right here ready to go when they have an issue, and then I can come out just straight to them. But at least I'm not sitting in the cab. So my plan is hopefully to go and grab some canola, chuck it on the back of my ute, and then we can then fill it up because we got plenty of fert. So the next time I talk to you guys is going to be, what's the time now? It's nearly 7 o'clock. It's probably going to be about 12 o'clock, I reckon, when I'm talking to you guys next. So I'll see you then. Well, I'm back with you guys a bit earlier than anticipated. It's currently 9 o'clock. We did one outside lap with Chris, and then I was working out my liquid. We wouldn't have enough liquid to do a whole nother lap, and I'm not comfortable with the guys just filling the liquid by themselves yet. We've only done it once together, so I need to be there for that. So what we did was we started filling in, we did an up and a back basically on the stuff that I had done yesterday, and he's just doing up and a back now, and by the time he gets back down we will need to fill. So we're the guys should be at the shed now, and they're just filling the flexi end into the tank. And then when I get there, I just want to look over and watch, make sure it's all going to go right. They'll put in the triafol, and they'll put in the zinc, copper, manganese, and then I'll chuck some canola on this ute, and we'll head down, and we'll go and fill, and then I'll jump back in with Chris, and we'll do our second lap, because the second lap is the one where we need to make sure and learn how we're going to turn this bar. The Borgo, you could turn on itself so tight that we were doing pirouettes at the end of the runs, on a corner. Whereas with this bar, we can't do that. So I've got to figure out how we're going to turn on the corners, so we don't end up with a big, messy miss. So yeah, we've got to figure that out. So I'll jump back in with that, and then after that, he can go by himself. Once the bar's going, and it hasn't had any issues today, knock on wood, it runs smoothly. It's a very nice bar to use, but it's just when it doesn't play the game, it gets a bit hard. So anyway, let's get some flexi, get some seed, we'll head on down. Rightio, we're going to get rid of all this canola and just chuck it all in, because I'm pretty confident with the scales now, whereas before I just wanted to make sure. So we'll, there's a ton to go in, so it should all fit in there. We just might have to go, once we fill this, the bottom section, we'll have to go to the top and fill from the top. Well, we're full on production team here. We got the liquid going in, as you can see here. So we'll fill this one to probably about 5,000, and then we'll switch onto this one here, which you can see is currently empty, because this one's slightly higher than that one. I never realised this until we're filling. Yeah, so it's slightly higher, so this one then drains into that one. So that's why this one's empty, but it draws from that one, so it's all good. We got Cal up the top there. He's just going to fill the we're going to fill them both full, and then what I'll do is probably drain from the middle one first. We're going to empty that one completely, I think, and then just use the back one. We'll just see how many hectares we get. We might still need to fill both. And then we've got Jesse, which you can't see. He's out there at the moment, just giving the bar a quick grease. It's first grease for us, and yeah, we'll be greasing it once a day. Nowhere near as many grease points as what we had with the Borgo. There's just your wheels and the steering hitch on front of the bar, and then there's a few just on the ball race here of the Earnshaw. So yeah, it's nice, easy and simple. Rightio, so Chris is now by himself going along, and we're currently doing an active cal at the moment, just because we've got the feature to do it, and I know we're going a little heavy on the canola. The reason for that is we had to use the ground speed, not the GPS speed, and it was going a bit higher. We can now use GPS speed, so that's why we're doing an active cal. Anyway, what I was wanting to show you guys was having the John Deere and remote display access is just amazing, because he's trying to explain to me what's going on, and he's about to pull up, and then we'll be able to actually do the active cal. But instead of him having to try to tell me what to do, what's on the screen, I can just pull it up there, and hopefully that's not too blurry. And that's the screen there. So up the top right there, you've got the active cal. So he's going to click into that, and then we're going to walk through accepting the figures, and yeah, we'll be able to go and do it all from there. And obviously I can see that everything's going out all right. The leaders are going out well. Yeah, it's a handy little feature to have. So you can see there, he's finished his run. Everything's stopped, no spraying, nothing like that. So now he's going to click that up top there.
Got him on the screen.
Yep, it's just loading for me. Alright, so they both look pretty good. So if you just press calculate down the bottom, and we'll see what happens for our next screen. Alright, it's saying the new value, yeah, okay. Look, we'll just go save for that, and then that'll be our new value. So it's just changed it by a little bit, and you should be right to yeah, get going again.
Sweet, you don't want me to run another one just to check or anything?
No, look, we'll just go like that for now. What you could do, just on your window, write how many kilos you've got in your canola bin, and then in 10 hectares, yeah, just see how many kilos have been used. Right, well, as you can see, there's some chook scratch on the window there. I have been on the phone for about the last hour and a half. Ever since I got out of the tractor, I've been making phone calls for the past day, and well, now up until now, which is now nearly 1 o'clock. I've been on the cedar, so I haven't been able to, you know, address any phone calls I've been getting, because we haven't had signal and all that. I've got the Starlink there, so that's why I'm able to do phone calls wherever I want now, which is nice. But that chicken scratch there is to do with the points. Like I said, Africa's got a lot of these bars out there, and all of WA didn't have any points, which just absolutely astounds me that they didn't forward plan this at all, that they could let their stock get this low. It's a disgrace. They should have all of this on hand. Anyway, they've got me what they can from Melbourne. So the really bad thing is I'm starting seeding now. I've got 1 point, so I've got one FERT point, I've got one left-hand discharge seed point, one right-hand discharge seed point. That is it. That is not what you want, especially when you're starting. So I want 100 of each, 100 FERT, 100 seed. That gives you 20 spares, because obviously we're going to have to do a point change at some point, so you need 80 for that. They should have this on hand, because there is quite a lot of these bars getting around now, and they are old seed masters, so you know they should have that available. But they don't, which is look, it's honestly is a disgrace. I'm not going to tell you how expensive that machine is out there, but you can guess. And to fall back on something like that is just horrible. Now I have they've got me from Melbourne, 31 right hand, 31 FERT, and 41 left hand. So they're coming. They'll be here Saturday, mostly Tuesday, and I'll have them. So we're talking a week. It's Tuesday now. It's Tuesday the 8th. Maxi point, this is why I'm following it now. I need to measure the outside diameter of our pipes, because I can't remember what they were, and I need to chuck. Well, I need to measure that to let Maxi Point know, because Maxi Point are going to be able to get me points within a week. They're under the pump themselves, but they reckon they can get it out to me within a week. So yeah, I'm going to measure this up and then get the rest. So that's a essentially I still need, well, let's just call it, I'll get 80, a set of 80 from them, from both, and I should be all sweet. But yeah, it is. I'm surprised that the grey isn't starting again with how much stress this seeding has caused me already. Just leading up into seeding and how we're going, the points. It's just, yeah. Anyway, we'll keep on motoring along. It'll be fine. It'll work itself out. There's also, I'm sure you can hear it, a horrible squeal coming from it. I need to figure out if that is a rock or something in the brake calipers, or if that is the EPG, which is the alternator hydraulic, so the generator on the side, because it is just excruciating to listen to. I'm just waiting for a call back, but the in here, I'll show you in a sec, you might not be able to hear me. It says brake noise is normal, but then I felt the rotor and I burnt my bloody fingers because it's that bloody hot. I'll show you. Brake noise is normal, but that is hot. So we're just waiting for a call back just to see what's going on with that, because it's obviously got to be touching. But I mean, it's obviously a complaint they get, that people complain it's so noisy because they had to put a sticker there. See how we go with this wind, but I was correct on those brakes being stuck on. They are, even though it says that, you know, squeaking is normal, apparently that's only normal when applying the brakes. Now, the case, this is a problem when you've got two different systems. The case doesn't have active braking, so we can't actually use the system. So basically, when it would come on when you brake with your normal brake. And then I believe it also comes on when you're going slightly down a slope. The brake will come on because it recognises it, and it will then slow down so it doesn't push you. Really handy in undulating country and wet conditions. So yeah, anyway, they're coming out, Africa's coming out, and they're going to bleed the brakes and make that all good, so it's not going to be squeaking anymore. I'm just coming out here to check my seed depth. You know, now I don't have 4 people waiting around, you know, for me to say, yep, that's a good seed depth. I'm just going to take my time now and just check that the seed depth is okay, because yeah, canola, you got to get right. You got to get, yeah, you only get one shot. So, but yeah, Chris is just going along up there. Just going along. It's we have had one issue with the screen. It froze. Did that to me last night as well. They just randomly freeze. You just got to turn it off and on, and you're good to go. But other than that, smooth sailing. Henry's out spraying some basically Roundup ester to kill all the stuff that's going out in Hattons, so that's good. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to get to digging. Let's see if I can find one, because canola is notoriously hard to find. I found one, didn't take too long. It is right here. So if you guys can see that, that's it, just there. Now I reckon that depth is probably pretty good. I wouldn't want to be any shallower than that, so we did change. We were on E when a bar came to us. I changed it to B when we were doing our test in Mum's front, and I needed the guys to do a job, so we tested our different heights, and it looked like the best. It was the best I could get with the cloddy clay there. It looked like it was a good depth. It was hard to tell. When we got it here, it was just a tiny bit too shallow, and yeah, so we dropped it down to C. So look, I reckon that's pretty good there. The brilliant thing is it's in moisture. Now it won't be in moisture for long. We do have some warm days coming, but we also have some rain predicted as well, so it's not all doom and gloom. Now as long as we get rain on top, it's fine. I reckon that the canola will even germinate on that bit of moisture there. It's not something I'm used to seeding into moisture, especially with canola. It's such a hard bloody seed to germinate. I don't know what it is about canola, but yeah, it's just so small that you do need like quite a bit of water to be able to contact it because of how small it is. But I think where it is should be okay. It should germinate where it is. So I'm just going to sit tight and wait for the John Deere mechanic, and then we'll go and get these brakes sorted on the bin. And I do have the drone with me again, so might even throw the drone up after that. Nice and quiet. Like I said, this doesn't have brakes, so we've actually had to disconnect the brakes on this. So I've got to find out if that's an acceptable thing to do, but it's quiet, so it's worked, which is good. Now we've got to go back and brew up the Flexian again, because we've only got about another 30 hectares and this thing needs to be filled. Which, yeah, we're using Flexi a little bit quicker than what we should, so we might need to get someone to calibrate or figure out how to calibrate it a bit better. We did do a calibration yesterday, but Flexi's coming out just slightly bit quicker, which I'm not too happy about. But anyway, we'll figure it out. So we're doing another fill. It is liquid that was the one that was pulling us up. He still had about 1,000 litres to go, so he still had, I think, 9 hectares to go. So could have gone up and back again, but we're here now and it's 5 o'clock, so he's only going to go to 7. He's only got 3 hours to work, so it's not too bad to do it now. We've filled this liquid a lot more. We've gone for 11,000 litres, so we're going to fill the liquid more just to get it going a bit further. It's just not getting us quite there. And the fertiliser, we're just filling the back tank. The middle tank hasn't been used at all, so we're just learning things as we go. Right, well that's day 2 done. Don't click away just yet. I will put the drone up and yeah, it'll be another sunset drone video. But yeah, we've filled him, so that's all good. The guys are starting to get the idea of the flow, which is nice, how it's all working. He's gonna take off. It's, what are we now, 5:30, so he's just gonna go to 7 tonight, and then hopefully we're gonna get him on night shift tomorrow. We'll see how he goes, see how he feels. But yeah, when you're on the straights and when it's working, it actually goes quite nice. So it's yeah, it's good. So I'll leave him to do it. I'm gonna head off. The boys are gonna head off and go and fill up the seeder. Oh, sorry, the bin there. So that's all ready to go for tomorrow. We're not gonna brew the Flexi. We'll just wait for tomorrow because he won't, in an hour and a half. He's not gonna do, you know, enough to warrant us needing to fill him tomorrow. So we'll just leave him at that. And yeah, look, I reckon we'll leave the video there. I'm gonna put the drone up, so don't click away. But yeah, subscribe if you want to stay along and see all this sort of stuff. Share it if you reckon you know someone who wants to see seeding here in WA. And excuse me, don't forget to like. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one.
The other night, saw you glance your everlasting light. Met your eyes, razor sharp, cut right through the crowd. I don't even want to know your name. I just wanna keep you to myself. Stay with me or leave me be. I want you all too bad. We're strangers in the shining bright, a never-ending space. I don't even want to know your name. I just wanna keep you to myself.